Hello again, everyone. So now we need to get into our theme customizer and start setting up the settings we need to add to our theme. So, and if we go to our dashboard, you can see that we already have customizer inside our theme. So if we click on customize, you'll see these default options inside the customizer. So basically, it doesn't affect our landing page or uh, our theme templates. Okay, we need to add options for our to control our landing page layouts, maybe the colors, maybe the appearance of particular section. So if we go to let's say that we to enable customizer for our theme, we need to go to the functions, and here you can add the customizer options down here in the functions file, but because it's a little big and it's a lot of options, it's better to use a separated file. So what I will do here is to let's customizer, okay, and then let's require file. So I will get template directory. Okay, and after that, I will go to a folder called inc for includes, and inside it, there's a file called customizer. Okay, .php, and after that, we need to go, of course, to our theme here and create a new folder. I'll call it inc, and inside inc, we need to create this customizer.php, and here we can put our customizer settings, okay, inside this customizer.php file. So basically, in the customizer, we need to add a new section into our customizer here, like this one, for example. We need to add a new section for to customize and control this header section, for example. Okay, so first we need to add let's see, first you need to add a function. So first let's create that function. Okay, so let's function, I will call it bootstrap customize register, and we need to pass an object for it. So WP customize, and after that we need to add an action, and let's link it or hook it to one of the hooks. So we need to use customize register hook to enable the customizer, and then we add the name of our function right here. So after that, here we can add the sections for our customizer. Also, we can add for each section we need to add settings and controls. Okay, we'll see that in a minute. So for the heading, I will add a new section. So let's call this. Let's first add heading section. So first we need to call that object we pass with our function. So that would be customize and add section. Okay. And then as the first parameter, we need to pass the ID of our theme. Is that right? No. First, we need to add the section name. Sorry. So for the section name, I'll call it heading section. And then we need to add an array of options. Okay. So here we can add title. So for the title, I will call it, first let's add this escape function. So heading section. And you need also to pass the theme name or the theme ID. In our case, it's WP blog. So let's add this. And for the second option, we can add the description. So for the description, oops, heading section options, and you can add a priority. So to make it at the bottom, I will add it as 120. It will be at the bottom, I guess. So after that, let's save for now. And if we get back into our customizer, you will notice nothing changed. No new section or options being added. So to do that, we need also with the section, we need to add settings and a control. Okay. So let's go ahead and add setting. So WP customize. Okay, and then we call this add setting. And for the setting, you need to pass the setting name. So in our case, I will call it enable header. Okay, or heading, yes. Okay, and then we pass an array of options for that setting. So basically, we have the label, which is the text will be displayed for that setting inside the section, and the customizer, which is actually it's not in the settings. We don't have label. Sorry about that. We just have default value, which in our case we have that just it's enable and disable. So it's a checkbox. So it has two values, true or false. So the default value will be true. Okay. And then the second one will be the transport. Okay. So on the transport, we needed every time we made any change into that setting in the customizer, we will see the changes live, live on our website, just as a review. So we will set that into refresh. Okay. And then after these settings, or the adding this setting, we need to add uh, a control. So basically we can add control, okay, and then we put the same name of the setting. In this case, just in this case, for enable and disable, we just add the same name. In other situations, for example, if we when we add the changing of the color, we add a separated name for each the setting and the control. But in this case, for true and false, we add the same name. Okay, so we add an array of options, and first we add label. Okay, and for the label, we should add enable heading section, or just enable heading, and then we pass the name of our theme. Okay, and then we can add section, which is the section we need to add this control and settings into it, which is in our case this section we created for the heading. Okay, and then we need to provide a type. So in our case, it will be a checkbox. Checkbox, is that right? Yeah. And then also we can add a priority. Priority. Oops. Priority. And we can add this as the first option inside your section. Obviously, you can you can find all these options and all these syntax in the documentation of the customizer. Okay, so if we save now, and if we go to our customizer and reload, now we can see this heading section option. Okay, if we get into that, we have this enable heading option we already create, so that's good. So now we add this option into the customizer, but we need to link this option into the setting inside the layout we need to control inside our theme. Okay, so let's get into, let's see, we are inside custom. I think, yeah, it's the front page. So here's this section, which is here. This is this section we need to control. So basically, we need to add an if statement. So we call first if true equals to get theme mod, and then we add the setting name for that option, which is, in our case, it's this name, enable heading. So we need to add the same name for the setting into get theme mod to know if it is true or false in this case. So let's add the name enable heading. Okay, is that right? Enable heading, that's right. Okay, if this is true, so we just need to display this header section. If it is false, then it will not display that header section. So let's end the condition and let's save. Let's make sure that's right. Get the mod. Okay. Yeah, I think it's true. So let's get back. Let's reload. Okay, let's get into heading section. Let's enable, and you can notice that it's disappeared. The heading section being disappeared because I disabled the option. If I enabled it again, you can see that it's back. So if I publish, and let's get back into uh, let's get back into our theme. You'll notice that it's enabled now. You can see it. If I disabled it and publish and reload, and you'll notice that it's disappeared. Okay, so basically that's how we add this option for our customizer. Obviously, we'll add another options for we need to add an options for the background image. We need to add an option for these text. We will add some text, and we will add an option for a button here. So let's get into it. I will. I think that's it. I don't want to make this video longer, so I will see you in the next one. Thank you.